welcome back to Two Fat Drunks. I'm JDV.
I'm Warpig.
Welcome back to another very cold night.
You see my fucking breath?
Well,
Hoth! That's live from fucking Hoth.
That's normally we can see your breath.
Shut the fuck up.
Anyway, as we film this, we're in about February 7th or 8th. We're not quite to Valentine's Day.
Fucking bunker!
We're in a frozen shed despite 9 furnaces in the actual furnace. Anywho, on this week's episode, we're going to talk about why Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is not as popular as he should or seems like he should be in movies. A lot of his movies either lose money like Baywatch or kind of break even and just not. He is not quite the star that somebody like Jason Momoa is, or Arnold Schwarzenegger was.
Definitely.
And why is that? So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Absolutely. And we'll talk a little bit about the news this week here in the first week of February 2019. Coming up next on Two Fat Drunks. Look who's talking. This is the symbol for male. For anyone who wasn't born in,
shut the fuck up.
19th century. So, old one. In the news this week would be the Oscars. Officially announced today or yesterday that there will be no host for the new Oscar show, which, considering the dearth of things nominated, is not a surprise. I mean, again, we've talked about it before, but not any show that's made the air is a. The best movie of the year was not nominated at all.
No, Infinity War
was the best movie.
Was not, in fact, nominated. Another comic film was nominated, Black Panther. Which
Black Panther's a hell of a lot better than most of the movies.
Well, that's just it, isn't it? I mean, it is, in fact, the best of the nominated films.
Sure it is.
Because, for 2 reasons. One, it's a pretty good story. And 2... it's not the other films that were nominated that no one actually saw because
they're crap.
They're crap. They're crap. Look,
well, the story is not so much the movies nominated or not, although it could be.
Right.
It's the fact that they fired Kevin Hart and were unable to find a replacement for him because everyone in the community said, "Well, I've done bad jokes too." Because
movies that don't interest me, people that are in the films who also don't interest me, and you don't even have the nerve to have an interesting or engaging host. I mean, look, I want to make my age here, but when Billy Crystal did the show, my God, it was a great production. But now, oh my God, who are you going to get? Nobody? Huh?
Look, part of the problem is this. You touched on it, but it really comes down to this. The movies ain't very good anymore.
No. And
there's almost a near total lack of star power. Think about people you would have seen even in the 90s in those audiences. You would have seen Jack Nicholson, Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, I mean, you would have seen just a cavalcade of people who even to this day are superstars. And now...
who are you going to see?
I watched, not Jimmy Kimmel, but Jimmy Fallon, The Tonight Show last night because Jimmy Cameron,
Jimmy Cameron.
Little Jimmy Cameron. James Cameron was going to be on the show. And he wasn't even the first guest. The first guest was Kim Kardashian West, who, as far as I know, is only famous because she's pretty and has a great ass. Is the head of the guy who invented the Terminator,
Aliens,
did Aliens,
Avatar, and
Titanic. And he's second on that show.
Lightstorm Entertainment.
And to me, it founded Digital Domain. And all the work he's done in the real world with the subs.
Multi-decade filmmaker.
And this cat is second on the show.
To a woman.
To who is just essentially a personality.
Famous for being
good looking. Right. And I just thought, well, that is a perfect explanation of to why the Oscars have no chance now is because they can't get any real stars, or this is how they treat real stars. And
are there stars?
Are they treating real stars like that now because audience members are too dim-witted, or is it no, you guys aren't giving the proper... I mean, I think the Oscars last year I was watching it, Steven Spielberg was like at the 20th fucking row or some shit. I mean, that boggled my mind.
Yeah, that's
just crazy. I don't care if he never makes another movie again. He should have a fucking throne.
Fucking Spielberg,
he should have a throne with 3 other seats, just with cheerleaders fucking.
Who are you putting in front of him? Who?
Nobody.
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 I mean, hell's bells. You can't get the star power you'd find with Nick Cage. And as big a meme as Nick Cage is, he's instantly 10 times more interesting than any actor or actress you're going to
You know who ain't in the first row? Neo ain't in the first row. Nick Cage ain't in the front row.
Right, not in the first, no.
Jason Statham ain't in the front row.
Right.
Those are the cats who should be in the front row.
People who are interesting, engaging, but charismatic.
Also, Sean Connery should still be in the front row.
Oh my God.
George Lucas, John Milius, these cats should still be in those front rows, but they don't dare show up now because their Hollywood is dead. No, the Maverick Hollywood that we grew up in, all these franchises now.
Tours and all that.
Where the hell is Verhoeven? Why isn't he in the first goddamn row? I mean, come on.
Dude, where's fucking...
the reason why they're not in the front or second row...
John McTiernan, dude?
They're just not invited. Well, he's got his own little personal disaster. Bankruptcy.
But that, whoa, that kind of shit. No, if you haven't actually, even if you have, murdered somebody, that don't matter. I mean, this
Didn't
guy...
stop Fatty Arbuckle.
He made fucking Predator. He made Hunt for Red October.
He made Die Hard.
Yeah, he made Die Hard.
That's pretty good.
And John McTiernan can't get a fucking invite? No.
John McTiernan couldn't kick his way into the front door of the house.
What? He couldn't shoot a doorman and get arrested.
So, and to me, I don't think that show really has much of a chance now because really it doesn't have the same people, in big part because Hollywood has changed for the worse in the past 20 years. But it's not even just the ultra super evil bad stuff. It's also just, geez, the place seems like it's a bunch of pussies.
The mundane bad stuff.
Yeah, it's just back in the day, could Roger Corman in his 30s found and do what he did? No goddamn way.
They don't seem to understand their audience anymore. Not only that, they don't seem to understand humanity.
They hate their audience.
They do. And the movies are abusive towards the audience. And it doesn't seem like you're making films that are on the same side as the audience.
All right, well, we're going to wrap this up, but I think I'll wrap it up with this simple, maybe you're right, and that's that movie First Man with Ryan Gosling that lost tens of millions of dollars because they chose not to show the character, well, the real life person, but the character in the movie, Neil Armstrong, planting the American flag on the moon. Well, that's a huge moment for this country and for all humanity and that anybody.
America,
right,
did that.
And to not have that moment in the film is absolutely batshit crazy, and it ended up costing them tens of maybe hundreds of millions of dollars because your core audience
were Americans.
Turned their back on that movie in droves.
You know why? Because other countries didn't do that.
The other thing is this.
You didn't do it, China. You didn't do it. It's a fake and we know it.
Nobody in China watches this.
The Chinese watch the show all the time. I get emails.
I think our numbers would be a little higher.
It's on Yahoo. It says Asian singles want to meet me in my area. Now, if that's not them watching the show, I don't know what it is. It's not like random people will send you emails.
Nice area. Okay. All right, so this is kind of this subject. We're going to move on right now. We're going to do a quick.
Well, let's stuff.
But our second subject tonight is going to be why isn't Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson more of a box office draw? We're not saying he's not famous. Everyone loves him.
But then he's not great.
He is great. Ultra fucking talented. Maybe one of the most talented people alive, frankly. And yet no one will go pay to see his movies. And I think part of the reason why it kind of ties into what we're talking about is where Hollywood has lost its cojones. So we're going to talk about that coming up next. Okay, so before we get too off the fucking topic, so we both agree that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, seen here, on his face.
Look at that.
Is not a box office draw. Really, not only just not here, but he's not a
anywhere.
No, he's a box office draw in that, yes, his movies will probably make $40 or $50 million.
They'll open good, huh?
But they won't make $400 million. They won't make $800 million.
They won't be blockbusters.
And most importantly, they will not be tentpoles.
No.
He will not. He has never been in a new franchise that he started because of himself. Yes?
He has not made Predator.
Yeah, he doesn't have a Predator or Conan the Barbarian.
Terminator, nothing.
He doesn't have a Witness for Star Wars or Blade Runner.
No, he doesn't have a Lethal Weapon. He doesn't have...
Mad Max.
Nothing. Right? He doesn't have.
He doesn't have the Mummy, Brendan Fraser. He literally does not have the Mummy. He's actually in a Mummy sequel,
and he's the Scorpion King. Right. Yeah.
So, but that's what he is.
But the Scorpion King,
he'll do okay when he comes in as a
supporter.
In another franchise, so he could be the star. But you were saying it earlier. What was the name of that movie? Jumanji.
Yeah, right. Okay,
Fast and Furious.
But that's more of it's an ensemble piece. And it's an existing property.
Pre-existing property.
So you had a built-in audience.
Actors started not him.
He can't establish a franchise.
Diesel has two, right? Fast and Furious and the things where he's
name a sequel to one of his own films.
What's the name of the damn Vin Diesel? Where he's on a planet and he's a badass.
Riddick.
Riddick.
Yeah,
Chronicles of Riddick.
I don't want to get into
that. The Rock does, but it's still something that Vin Diesel has that he created on his own, basically.
Multiple sequels.
Right, multiple sequels. It's a universe that people...
And a dedicated audience.
Even what's her name? Kate
Beckinsale did fucking Underworld. Yeah, man.
So The Rock doesn't...
He doesn't have that. He doesn't have a part two.
Cannot match even contemporary women for starting franchises.
There's not going to be a Skyscraper 2.
Yeah, dude. And I saw that movie. I paid, money to see that movie.
Really?
It's a fun family movie, but the reality is I saw it on pay-per-view. I didn't see it in a movie theater because, I'm not going to pay money to see The Rock. Why is that? Why won't we pay? Look, you.
That's a great question.
We're talking to you. Would you pay $10, $15 to go see The Rock per ticket plus whatever, babysitting or dinner or whatever?
You, the average moviegoer. Joe Sixpack. Will you go plunk down money to see The Rock? And the answer is no.
And we know that because of the numbers.
Because they just don't. And look, they have tried.
Oh, they've tried over.
I mean, multiple times.
No, I love The Rock. I think he's great. The Rock is now in a new movie that stars himself as The Rock.
Really?
In a WWE story about a female wrestler. I just saw like a 5-minute trailer. I'm like, well, that's great that you just showed me the whole movie.
But it's not about him.
No,
he's not the star.
It's not about him. He's not the star. And also, you're really acting when you're just being yourself.
Is he forever a great supporting actor and never will just fucking nail it?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, right? And there's
only one movie that I would say that is changed at all. Even he's not the star of it. But boy, is he an important part of it. It's who was the guy who did Michael Bay? He did a movie set about it stars the Donnie Wahlberg.
Pain and Gain? Is that what you're talking about? Pain and Gain, yeah, where they're the bodybuilders in Miami.
He's fantastic in that movie.
Right, but see,
but nobody saw it.
That's not a Rock movie, is it?
Nobody,
because Wahlberg's the star of it. Wahlberg's the main character, and he's a supporting character.
And because it was not a hit, that couldn't ever alter because they're not going to do a Pain and Gain too.
Because it's really a culty, right? I mean, you call that a cult film.
It is kind of cool.
It is, right? So, what's the fucking problem? And I think I know what the problem is.
Well, I think I know there's two problems.
Well, you tell me, what do you think the problem is, and I'll tell you what I think.
I think two problems are this. One, The Rock is so huge. He's so unbelievably physically massive. I mean, he's as massive almost as modern day bodybuilders.
He's huge,
if you compared him, he's in the movie Hercules, right?
Yeah.
Well, you want your Hercules to be huge, but he's so goddamn big in that movie, he can not really move. Whereas, you know what Arnold Schwarzenegger did when he did Conan the Barbarian? He lost 15 pounds. He went the opposite direction. He slashed bulk. He slimmed down so he could move the sword. And like when that guy slaps him in Conan the Barbarian, it's because he's slapping him like, "Come on, fatty, let's go!" Yeah. That's the master of the sword.
Fuck, what the fuck was that guy's name?
Anyway, he lost weight. Whereas The Rock is in movie after movie after movie where he is just absolutely jacked up, huge. And there's never really an explanation for why is that.
Right, it's as if in every movie he's a random bodybuilder who also happens to be a scientist.
The movie where it's like San Andreas, he's just insanely jacked out. Every movie.
I'm a bodybuilding rescue pilot.
But whereas, and honestly, when you go back and look at Arnold now, even in those early movies, he is more of a fitness model. And he's big.
Even in the Terminator.
But if you
he was a big guy, but
not like
you wouldn't call him gigantic.
Not compared to what The Rock is. So it's very hard to and not only that, but The Rock is Beautiful. I mean, perfect fucking teeth, zero body fat, beautiful face, super fucking. I mean, he's almost too perfect, and you have to do something.
Beautiful. Those eyes.
You have to do something to make him seem somehow realistic.
Right. Yeah, because he comes
think about
across
this.
as
if you put Dwayne The Rock Johnson out with all of his talent in the 1968 version of Planet of the Apes, like if you could somehow go back in time,
replace Heston,
you yank Heston out and put but Heston's a big action star and always was, and you put The Rock in there, and it makes Planet of the Apes maybe a 2-star movie worst film.
Yeah,
just because he does not.
He doesn't fit.
How about this?
I mean,
does The Rock in the Predator, the original Predator movie, does The Rock's presence right now? At the height of his powers, you put him, go back in time and you put him in Predator, and does that make Predator better or worse? It makes it worse. It makes it a lot worse. And you can say that about almost any. Does you put him in Die Hard? Does it make Die Hard?
No, guy who fucking
it makes Die Hard worse. Put him in Lethal Weapon.
You can't do it.
It makes it worse.
It's fucked up.
Try putting him in any Western, even just a colorblind Western.
Put him in fucking Magnificent Seven with fucking Chris Pratt. Nope.
No.
You just don't
put him in 310 from Yuma. Yeah, either version.
So okay, so wait.
So part of it comes from The Rock himself. He is we're joking about him being Zsa Gabor. He's beautiful. You want him at your party. Oh my God, you probably get your picture in a newspaper. But do you really want to pay $15 to see Zsa Gabor even naked?
No.
At the height of her career,
has she ever been naked?
For somebody.
But no, I mean,
but just I don't know. Probably.
I'm just curious.
So
anyway,
it's part of it comes from Rock. The other part of it is that the Hollywood does not make good hard R action films.
So okay, let's break it down right now. I'm going to ask you a very important question. I want you to really think about it. Can The Rock have that? Is it just
he can? He can be a fantastic secondary character, like you said, like in Painting Game.
He can't be the lead. He's not a lead.
It's fucked up.
It's fucked because he's handsome as the devil.
In real life, he's better than John Wayne was on screen.
Big personality.
But on movie screen, he's not John Wayne. He's just not. He's not Mel Gibson. He's not Denzel Washington. He can't scratch Denzel Washington. He can't scratch Vin Diesel's balls. He just doesn't have it.
Yeah, sorry.
He's too perfect.
Sorry, Rock. It's weird. Yeah, you are kind of.
Yeah, you can sing, you can dance, you're huge, you're beautiful, and all that. But guess what? Nobody else is.
You're a great piece of ass, and I had them all.
All right. So our coming up next, we'll wrap this show up with our From the Vault segment. Okay, so from the vault, anus.
From the vault, anus? Anus, the movie.
You're an anus.
See it now.
Okay, so what I would say, Token Dave pointed out that our last show for top 5 best cold weather movies, and it is insanely freaking cold again.
Did you just vomit? Oh, that's awesome.
He suggested the movie was Stallone.
Cliffhanger. With John Lithgow's in that. Actually, there's a shit house of people. Really.
Shitload of action with the last movies before CG really kicked in. Yeah. A lot of great model shots of like helicopters blowing up and shit like that.
You know who's in it? Michael Rooker. As his fucking nemesis. Remember, he's the other Cliff.
Does he betray him?
He's the other. No, because Stallone's character dropped the one chick, remember? And it was Rooker's. No, right? It was Rooker's chick, so he always blamed him for it. Yeah, that was it, dude. Yeah.
And there's wild misrepresentations as what guns could do.
Well, fucking it, right?
Stallone is half naked all the time in this crazy ass weather.
Fucking ripped, dude. It doesn't matter.
It's a super, super fun movie now. It's all out on a cold ass mountain, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, you know, in a beautiful.
Did Rennie Harlan direct that?
Or is that John McTiernan? Ooh, I'm about to
look that up too. I don't think it's good enough to be
What was the name of that fucking movie? God damn it! I will figure it out.
My movie is also related to the mountains, and it's also one that we fudged up. It is a Vertical Limit.
Yeah. With Scott Glenn. Holy shit, yeah, as the fucking Zen mountain climber. And Bill Paxton is kind of the asshole.
Paxton, no, he's the straight up
big asshole, right? Yeah.
And who's the kid? The guy, he plays Robin in the Batman movies. He's on he's on a show right now with CBS. With the chick.
God damn it, stop.
With the chick who won the Oscar for Year of Living Dangerously, Linda Hunt.
Oh, yeah.
He's on a TV
show.
With
Mel Gibson's in that.
That's right.
How about that?
What's his name though? I don't know.
Fuck.
He's Robin.
It's not Jerry O'Connell. That's all I can think of.
It's not
Chris. It's Chris O'Donnell.
Chris O'Donnell.
Chris O'Donnell, not Jerry O'Connell.
Chris O'Donnell. They tried to make him a movie star for one movie. Frankly,
it almost worked.
Yeah, no, it does work in this movie. It's and the girl who was the co-lead.
Is it? It's not that. It's not that. It's not Raising Cain. Hang on, God. Ricochet! It's fucking Ricochet, dude! Yeah, boy! Ricochet, man! Fucking, I got it. Yes, yeah, that's actually a pretty decent flick, man.
Terrible.
Shut the fuck up.
Terrible.
You don't know what's good. You've never seen a good film. You're half retarded.
Has got easily the best freaking mountain come down on you avalanche season.
Yeah, boy, I tell you what, don't go climbing.
And Scott Glenn apparently, during the making of this film, became so in love with mountain climbing that he is now, even to this day, an avid
really?
When they show him scaling that huge fucking glacier, that's no double, man. That's just crazy Scott Glenn.
Dude, Scott Glenn is kind of wild, isn't he?
He's great in that movie.
He is.
It really is the last great Scott Glenn movie, to be honest with you.
He's a different breed of cat.
The only Jerry O'Donnell.
Fucking Jerry O'Donnell. Sorry about all that. But that's not... Nah, stop.
He's a fine TV actor.
No, that's not a diss on Jerry O'Donnell. He's fucking great.
Well, that's
no, Jerry O'Connell. Which one is it?
Whatever.
It's Chris O'Connell.
One of those goddamn mix.
It's an old something.
It's one of them mix.
Fucking mix. I don't know what the hell.
That's what the Rocker is. To bring that back around real quick, a TV personality. He's a TV wrestler.
You know, wait.
His show. Titan Games.
Titan Games. So here you go. Would he be good on a cop show?
A show, yeah.
I'll bet
like T.J. Hooker.
Bet you
remake T.J. Hooker with Rocky would be great.
He would be a great guest star on fucking Brooklyn 911.
You know what he'd be great as? He'd be a great Captain Stubing on a remake of Love Boat.
Holy shit. Rock, are you listening? The Love Boat. Or Fantasy Island.
But you know what he would not be great as? He would not be great as Marty Miller. Because Marty Miller requires certain realism. He wouldn't be great as any
Al Linden.
Yeah, he wouldn't be great as Hawkeye. I mean, what do you? I mean, that's he can't like the telemovie Marty and the movie based on that Marty
with Ernest Borgnine.
Yeah, who won an Academy Award?
There's no way you would never believe it
because you can't believe it.
No,
all right, sorry to get off track, but Vertical Limit has crazy levels of violence. Right. I mean, they have bags of blood just blow up all over. Guys' legs snap.
Shit's everywhere.
And out of nowhere, it's kind of a realistic movie because when people get fucked up in Vertical Limit, it happens very fast. Like people die
in real life.
Like in real life, and it does make it scary. It's got a very good soundtrack. It was directed by a guy who directed a lot of the James Bond. I think GoldenEye, same guy. He directed.
Yeah, who is that?
Yeah,
fuck, I don't know.
I can't name you.
I'm too drunk to think of what that is.
We don't do any research. I know
we don't do. I grab my fucking phone for Christ's sake.
I can't read,
and I don't write
or read.
I know, and either
or frankly bathe.
I mean, I barely got here as it was.
So you would agree with Token Dave? God bless you.
Yeah, thanks, so.
And I say that would actually be a great
double feature. Yeah, that would be a good co-host.
Not more famous. So a little bit of EGE news. It looks like we're going to sign with an Australian distributor.
All right.
Bounty Films or Bounty Distribution for our movie 5 Must Die scene. Here, it's actually a pretty effective little ghost movie. It does not have a whole lot of violence.
But it's ghosts.
It's kind of like an old school, almost like a William Castle style.
Very haunting.
House on Haunted Hill type of
I like movie. That.
Yeah, the photography is actually pretty good in it. Our guy, Bob Phillips, did it, the DP for it. And,
hey, Bob.
Anyway, we're going to sign with them pretty soon. We're going to go into pre-production for our next movie, a real quick kind of found footage vampire camping scenario. I think young teeny boppers and 20-somethings die.
Boobs.
Please, yes, well, maybe. Well, please like, subscribe. Hit the
bell.
The bell.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So that when new content comes out, not
you
just
get to see it.
This horrible show, you get to see it. Love each other, and we'll see you next time. And
in this room, and they all look at me when I open the door. They're fucking tattooed up and all that shit. They look at me, and the only thing I can think of is the only thing I knew to say in Russian. And I said in Russian, "I am the machine." He says, and they all stood there for a second and started laughing and brought me in there, and we started drinking vodka, and I got drunk with the Russian mob who thought I was the machine.
Yes. The machine.
He tells this elaborate ass story about how he's on a train with the Russian mob, and they conspire to rob everyone on the train because they're the fucking mob, including his classmates. So he robs his fucking classmates with the Russian mob. It's a fucking great story, dude. He gets to the train station, gets off, and his class is there on the train platform with the Russian police. So he walks up to the Russian police, and the fucking mob guy goes, "Fuck you, you fucking cops." Won't fucking do a thing. He's having a heart attack. The fucking Russian cop pulls him over and says, "You are the machine?" He says, "But I'm not under arrest." He's like, "Fuck that bitch. This is Russia."
I love Russia.
Oh my God, it's a great story.
Be sure to visit evilgeniusentertainment.com for exclusive content, swag, casting call news, and much, much more.